Yes, you read that right. I am building an algorithm to trade my accounts for me. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how that's going and what it looks like building this algorithm. I'll give you some insights on it, how it's performing for me, its history, and what I might expect from this thing here. So let me first tell you why I'm creating this algorithm. Guys, I love mechanical trading, okay? I do trade the markets with what we would call naked charts, but I also have a sweet spot for mechanical trading where, for me personally, for a very long time, I was a horrible discretionary trader, meaning I had the plan right. I could draw up market analysis just as well as the top traders out there, but I couldn't stick to my plan. When it came time to execute a trade, I could do it, but then it would go and draw down. I would get out early. I would get emotional. I would get angry if I'd lose 2 or 3 trades in a row. And then this would cause me to do all sorts of crazy things that would eventually just cause self-sabotage. And then it would blow up my account, my prop firm challenge account. Okay, so I knew that that was my weakness. I knew that for me personally, I had to come up with something that were a set of rules, criteria, whatever the case may be, that would tell me, say, hey, Tim, now is the time to trade. This is your stop loss. This is your exit. And then I have built in with that proper risk management and money management to where I'm making more than I'm losing. So this whole video is about my journey down the whole algorithmic trading path. And I'm going to share with you how I have to go through getting it coded, what it looks like, and all the intricate details. And then, of course, you guys get to see if it works or not, right? That'll be really cool. So I'm going to share it all here on YouTube, and you guys are going to be able to watch like a fly on my wall. So with that said, I am going to get into some of the trades that it's been taking, some of the history of the algorithm. But like anything else, guys, if you're watching this and you start looking at this here, I make no promises or guarantees of anything whatsoever. I'm not a financial advisor. This is simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. Trading is risky. You can lose a ton of money in the market, okay? And ultimately, you and you only are responsible for your successes or failures. So let's head over the charts now. I'm going to share this algo with you, or at least some parts of it, so you can see what it looks like and then my idea behind it. And you can kind of get a firsthand, get that firsthand experience, or see how my methodology is working in the markets. All right, guys. So here we are over on the charts now. I'm on the NAS 100, the 5-minute time frame. So let me go ahead and explain to you the premise or the idea behind this algorithm. And again, this is all unscripted, so bear with me. So the idea started on the NAS simply because at 9:30 in the morning, when the New York stock market opens, that's when all the volume comes into the market, or a lot of it, around there. And then, of course, near the close, about 4 p.m. Eastern. So the idea here is to get this thing to trade for me, because I don't like staring at charts. I don't like watching candles. All right, I trade off of levels, and I trade off of volume and market structure. So that's what this whole indicator or this system or algorithm is going to do for me, or at least what I'm trying to get it to do. So here in this example, I'm going to share with you how it works, or at least parts of it, because to be quite honest with you, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's working really well, and I don't know if I'm going to just simply give it all away, because I've worked over 2 years on this thing here, and it is very complex. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's something that I hold very dear to myself here. So I hope you guys can respect that. But again, I'm willing to share with you how it works and the ideas behind it. And again, I have a free Telegram where I'm sharing stuff there as well that you can join in the description below. So this is it here. The idea is that we catch this volume when the market moves from 9:30 to about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So today there was a loss, but what I've done is I've implemented another piece in the algorithm that has been doing a great job at mitigating a lot of these potential losses here. So what it does is it's looking for oversold or overbought conditions, and then looking at market structure, and then also looking at volume to see if buyers are overtaking sellers or sellers are overtaking buyers, and so on. So here this morning on the 5-minute, you can see here there was a possible short that I did not take, because my algorithm said, yes, it's a short, but it is more than likely a fake out to the downside. So if I drop over to the 1 minute, what it does is it looks at also the 1 minute time frame here. So I'll just drop down to the 1 minute on the NAS. You can see that right here. And very simply put, down below, you can see that we did not have a volume takeover, which the system was able to read that and see that and say, hey, there's a short, but it's not likely going to win. So again, that was really cool there. I am going to go over to my spreadsheet because I do want to talk through this a bit and share with you guys how that works. So I do have a spreadsheet pulled up here, and I'll go over to the NAS. What you can see here, I want you guys to pay attention to column G, H, and I. Also J, loss avoided. These columns here are with the new implementations that I made. I know the data only goes back to 7/17, but I have a lot of data here that you guys aren't seeing. If I were to pull up my data that goes all the way back to January and then some, it would probably make your head spin. So rather than bore you with that spreadsheet and all these different columns, I decided to simplify it. And I wanted to share with you what I did since the 17th. So way over here, again, in column J, these are losses avoided. Now, the original system or algo that I've been working on, it's had about a win rate of about 40%. And yes, it has been making money with that win rate simply because I'm targeting 4R when trading the NAS. Now, again, I don't make any promises or guarantees here, guys. What I'm sharing with you here is no guarantee of future results either. It's just simply, I'm just simply sharing what I've been finding. But what I did here was I know that mentally, me as a trader, I don't like losing streaks. And to be quite honest, I don't know what sequence of trades I'm going to get. For example, if I start a funding challenge, I could start out with a sequence of trades that are 4 losses in a row. Or on the other side, I could start out a challenge with a sequence of trades that are 4 wins in a row. So what I did here was, this is the original system here. It had 8 wins here at the bottom, and then it had 12 losses in this time period. But if I go over to column J, everywhere I've marked off a loss avoided, all right, if I take these, it drastically improves the system. So here that is in column G, okay? If these losses were avoided using my new implementation, you can see that this is a winner, this is a winner, this is a loser. So that's 1 win, 2 wins, that's 2-0. This is 2-1. This is 3-1. This is 4-1. This is 5-1. Okay, this is 5-2 for a total of 18R. Now, I like this column here for my algo 3R because I don't necessarily know that, based on market volatility, if I'm always going to get that 4R. So I did do a column with 3R, and you can see again here, this one is 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 6-2 for 16R. Now the reason there's an extra trade in here, because on this particular day right here, my stop on this 4R target was moved to break even. So that 4R wasn't hit, but it did get to 3R and so on. So this stuff's really cool to me, guys, and the algorithm has working great. I'm currently in the process of getting this coded through PineScript, and even the coder there is telling me it's really complex. They're not sure they can get it to work on multi-time frame analysis with the market structures and so forth, but I know exactly how it works. And at the very least, if this at the very least just gives me a signal and says, hey Tim, there's a possible setup, I look at my phone, I get a beep, I check it, maybe I take it, maybe I don't. On this particular chart, this is me starting with FX, because just trading the NAS can get pretty boring. There's not a whole lot to do when you're sitting around just waiting for a position here. But this is FX. I just started trading this on a new prop challenge just for fun. I want to see what happens with it, and it's winning. I'm actually up, so I'll share that with you right here. Let me go over to it. These are the current trades I have running on my new prop challenge that's just trading this algorithm. You can see here I am up to $50,825 right there today, and I have the EJ long opened up here. It did win a GBP NZD trade earlier for about $400 or $500 profit, and it did have 2 winners in a row yesterday morning as well. If I pop back over to my my spreadsheet here, you can see right here in this column, it had a win, a win, a win, nothing here. I think this was a break even. And then we skip over this purple area because this is the time period when it's not trading. For FX, I'm testing it only from 8 a.m. New York FX open time up until 1 p.m. Eastern. So I just had some trades logged because I wanted to see what happened. And then, of course, today, this is the GBP NZD trade at 1. And then this here is the Euro trade that's still live. Now, let me go back over the chart, and I'll share those trade setups with you really quickly here so you can see how it works. Okay, so here we are on EJ. This is my trade this morning that the algorithm took, or I should say that I manually took because the algorithm isn't coded yet, but I still understand all the criteria because I built it myself and I know how it trades. All right, so we had some oversold conditions here in the morning after 8 o'clock, so that triggered me to start looking for a position. Then it hops down to the 1 minute time frame, confirms volume, and looks at market structure, looks at market breaks, and that is where the position entered the market here. So you can see as it pushed up, there was a market structure break. I'll just draw a line here, just a horizontal line right there. There was a market structure break in the lower time frames. And then right here, the algorithm will take the trade if the market structure breaks and if also volume confirms or has overtakes in volume, meaning there are buyers overtaking sellers. Otherwise, it just simply will not trade. And then my stop loss went below the nearest swing low, which I have circled off right here. You can see. And here we are in the current trade. So I can just zoom out a bit so you can see that. And it is up about 1.6R right now. I did move the stop to break even just for risk management purposes here. So that's the algorithm. One cool thing here is, again, guys, just for clarity, I did build this for the NAS. I have no idea how well it will work on FX pairs, but we'll go ahead and see. What I am doing is I am adding another component that's going to be really cool that I think is going to help this, because the idea for me here was to build this for things like the NASDAQ and so on, so that it's trading these instruments, because the idea with the NASDAQ, right, is that stocks over time generally go up, right? Obviously, there's no guarantee. They could go to zero, right? And I make no guarantees of that whatsoever. But the premise behind it is that it would use dollar cost averaging in, so that with the current algorithm, I'm layering over top this kind of longer term algorithm that will dollar cost average in on pullbacks based on the maximum range from the high and low on the NASDAQ. So I'll just share that here with you so you can understand that. So this in the daily chart here, if you look over, if you look at history right here, this right here back to back to October of 2021, this was the high, and the range right here, if we just do a price range from this high to this low, is, I don't know if you can see that here, but I'll zoom in, is approximately down here 37.94%. Now, if I'm using a dollar cost averaging system in layered on top of this, the idea would be to dollar cost average in without drilling down too far, knowing the market has the possibility to pull back near 40 to 50% from the highs. So all the meanwhile, while this system is in here on a smaller time frame, as you can see here, taking trades and hopefully profiting. At the same time, it's taking these larger positions, throughout time, dollar cost averaging in as price moves down. Then hopefully as it shoots back up, all of these positions here are locking in profits on the way back up, while the smaller algorithm is working the market on a regular, on a daily basis here. So that's what I got coming here now. That's what I have for you guys here today. Again, feel free to join the Telegram below in the description here. I am sharing some of the algorithm trading that I'm doing. And as this thing progresses, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated on my funding challenge too, using this system. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this here. It's my baby. I've been working on it for many, many years. I love mechanical trading. So just wanted to share this with you guys here, and hopefully I have some more good things coming from this that I'll keep you guys updated with. So thanks for watching, and do check out the Telegram. Also, be sure to comment, like, subscribe. You can ask any questions that you may have in the comments. I'm very active there, and I will answer those for you. So again, thanks a lot, guys.